In today's video, I'll show you how to create this stacked shapes transition in After Effects. So let's get to it. Here we are in After Effects. I've got two videos on the timeline without the transition. So in order to create one, I'm going to select the pen tool, make sure the fill is set to none, then stroke is set to a solid color. I'm going for white and 400 pixels in width. Then I'm going to zoom out slightly and create the simple line. And the first point I'll do will be outside of the composition. So leave some space between the edge of the composition. So first point here. Then do the same for the bottom one. Hold shift so you get the perfectly straight line. Something like this. Then press P on a keyboard and align the line properly so you don't have any gaps on the left side. Now let's close this down, then open it again. Click on the add button and add trim paths. Go to the start of the timeline. Open trim paths and create a keyframe for start. Then set it to 100%, and this is if you want the transition to start from bottom and go up. So set it to 100, go 1 second forward. Then set start to 0 and create a keyframe for end at 100%, go another second forward and set end to 0. So now we have a simple line animating, that it stays for a while and it animates out. Now drag and select the keyframes, right click any of them, keyframe assistant easy use, or you press F9 as a shortcut to smoothen out the animation. And here we have the animated line, but it has sharp edges. If that's something you like, it's completely fine. But if you want to make the edge rounded, you open shape 1, go into stroke 1, and in the line cap, set it to a round cap. And now it has the rounded edge. So if you do the preview, so here it works fine. Now, if the end of the line down here is not long enough, you might get a situation where the line appears out of nowhere and does not look smooth. If that happens to you, you simply extend this more to the bottom and it should fix it. And now in here, it works fine. Now I'm going to duplicate this line and offset it to the side until we fill out entire composition. So select the line. First, I'm going to switch back to the selection tool, then press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and I'm going to move it to the side. Hold shift so you don't accidentally move the line on the y-axis, and make sure you don't leave any gaps. So again, Ctrl D, move it across, and keep doing that until you fill out entire composition. And after you've created enough duplicates, this is what we have. And right now the lines are animating at the same time, and that's not something what we want. We want to offset them so they animate at different times. So let's come to the start of the timeline, then move 2 frames forward, 1, 2. Select the second layer, then hold shift and select the last layer and move them to the blue playhead like this. And then I'm going to deselect the second layer, move 2 frames forward and move the rest to this point, and keep doing that until you create the staircase. And here we did offset the layers, so if we do the preview, they should animate at different times. And now we should note that at 1 second or about 1 second 1 frame is the point where the lines are covering entire composition. So we can simply select the shape layer 1 and create a marker by pressing on the asterisk key. So we know this is the point that we should align with the transition. Then I'm going to select all of these shape layers, right click any of them, pre-compose, you can call this whatever you want, and click OK. And let's create another marker over here so we know that this is the transition point. So if we move this across and align the marker with the transition between the videos, it should work fine. So if we do the preview, so here we have a nice transition. Now if you want to change the color of it, you simply search for fill in effects and presets, add it to the pre-comp, and here you can choose any color. So maybe something like this, click OK. If you want to add extra variations, you can select the pre-comp, Ctrl D to duplicate it. And let's offset it by 2 frames forward, like that. And if we choose a different color for the duplicated layer, something like this, we can introduce extra variations. So now we have more colors and more shapes going across. And that is how you create a stacked shape layer transition. Thank you for watching.